Good morning, everybody. So Us Weekly just went live earlier this morning with Kylie Jenner's 15 steps for her everyday look. And I really like the Jenner Kardashian look. I think a lot of people do. That's when their stuff sells out when they're doing natural. So I thought I'd try it out. Now, Kylie does 15 steps, and even the people over at Us Weekly were like, some of these are a little crazy. So I'm going to do my modified version of it. And that way you can just check it out, take what you want from it, and go from there. So her first step on her favorite 15 steps is to apply foundation. So yesterday when I did my makeup, I used my beauty blender. However, I do prefer putting on a cream foundation like this with a brush. If I'm going liquid, I normally use my fingers, but with a cream foundation, like the Limelight foundation, I just find that I get better coverage, and I am barely putting any on this brush. You can see how far this goes, because I'm not even swirling around, I'm just tapping in to the foundation. So that is step one. Now, Kylie next does her brows with a liner. And I've done my brows with the pencil before, but I prefer the shadow. But since this is how Kylie likes to do it, I'm gonna do what Kylie likes to do. So this is just regular medium brown pencil, and I'm just filling in like that. So those are literally her first two steps, exactly as she has them. Her third step is she does some concealer under her brows to highlight. Now, what she does after this is she sets her eyes with translucent powder. Even the girls over at Us Weekly were like, I don't know what that would do. And so I am going to use different concealer, not a light one, and just cover my eyes with that so that I can move on to the next step. So Kylie actually, for her everyday look, does a very simple eye. I was surprised how simple it was. So today I am going to be using a shade close to what Kylie would use. I'm using MAC Sable, which is one of my favorite colors anyway. And Kylie just swipes it on the whole lid. Hey, Emily. And so it's super simple. Like I said, this is her everyday look. And it's not. So she just swipes that on. And then she takes a darker shade, which I am going to be using the MAC Black Tide. And she just goes in on the lash line and smudges it in, not like a liner per se. She is just smudging in to thicken that look. Of her lashes. Without a heavy liner. So now guys, if I were doing this on someone else, I would just use a blender brush to blend it out, but I'm doing this to myself, so I'll use my fingers because I'm not going to poke anyone in the eye. So after she does that, she takes her concealer and she applies it under her eyes in one big swoop all the way up, so it makes that nice clean line over here. And she likes heavy concealer. And then she takes her blender bod, and it is moist, and she just blends it on out. So after she does that, I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me this morning. She just takes some powder and sets all of that up. Then she does, I think this is an odd way to do it, but we're doing it how Kylie does it. Then she takes a brow gel and sets her brows. And I'm not really a fan of brow gel. I find it dries and I feel like I have stiff brows, but you know, like I said, I'm doing what Kylie does for the most part. Then she's gonna contour out with her bronzer. And then what I thought was really interesting is she only applies blush to the apples of her cheeks. And so she uses a real peachy one. I'm going to use our number 3 at Limelight over here. And she just does the apples in a swirling motion, and that's it. Then she comes back and, excuse me because I forgot to grab it. Then, hey Meredith, she comes back and she lines her waterline with an actual pencil. And I really hate doing that, but I hardly ever use pencils to align my waterline. I normally use a gel or powder. But that's what she does. She curls her lashes. And then she's going to apply mascara. Now, we all know the Kardashians are the queens of fake lashes, but like they said, this came from Kylie, from her blog, and I guess every day just running around town, not gonna get photographed. This is what she would do instead of applying the lashes. Now, she just does her top lashes. I like to do my bottom. So that's why I said it's modified some. And then, to everyone's favorite part, Kylie Jenner is known for her lips. So, obviously, she was doing this, trying to promote her lip line. But I'm just going to do what she does with my Limelight liner. She literally lines and fills in. And then she topped it all off with a lip gloss. And this is my Limelight. That was my Limelight lip liner in light nude. This is my Limelight lip gloss in Peace. And that's it. that is the Kylie Jenner 15 steps minus a couple that I just didn't do. I'm going to go ahead, I think my lashes are dry now, and set my face. But that is super easy, everyday look, and doing just what Kylie does. And I did it for a lot less because her brow liner was $380. So, y'all let me know if there is someone, I do too, Meredith. I think that's my favorite one. If there is a celebrity that you would like to see a look from, and I will go through and find tutorial and I'll watch it. I'll do it myself, just to let you know, because a lot of times I find I watch these makeup tutorials and you're like, oh yeah, that person's a makeup artist, I could never do that. Well, an everyday person, so I would be happy to try it out, and if it looks a mess, you know not to try it on yourself. But this actually looks really good. I might do this again another day. So y'all have a great day. I'm gonna go do my 5,000 things I need to do. And remember, if you have any questions, would like to book a party, want to learn more about Limelight, send me a private message and I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks.